Hello, I'm Raziel, and here is today's question and something, start a discussion on, because discussions are great. Way to, just get things talked about and everything else. And now, today's, the thing that's been bothering my little head is, was the Oghram result rigged? Was it fixed? Was the Tyranids meant to win either way? Now, the first thing that got me into thinking this way was just the sheer amount of Tyranid models that came out. It was a massive amount. I'm not saying they're bad, I'm not saying they're good, I'm just saying that it was a lot. You had the Norn Queen, the new Lictors, the new Termagants, the new Hormagants, the new Gene Stealers, and the new Biovore and Pyrovore. Now, I actually gotta say, I really like the Biovore, though I do question where the Orky bit comes from. Because if those who know anything about Tyranid lore, those Biovores and Biovores were meant to be from Orc DNA. So, anyway, the result was that of Oghram, it was a Tyranid victory, 47% to 53%. Now, I've got to go a little bit of an observational bias here, and that I've seen several games played of 10th, and it's always been Space Marines versus Terminators, Space Marines versus Tyranids, I should say, and every single one, the Space Marines won pretty handedly. There was not much issue. It wasn't. Yeah, Terminators are really OP at the moment, and kind of gave the Space Marines the win constantly. So this is just like I said, this is observational bias. I've seen this, so to me, something seems a little bit dodgy that the Tyranids win. Now, it's not like GW hasn't given the bad guys the win. Obviously, we had Vigilist, Chaos 1, Cadia, Chaos 1. Even though that was a redo, that was complete mulligan. Let's not forget that the actual 30th Black Crusade was a redo over the last time where, Chaos got their asses handed to them and Aldrad died. It still amazes me that Abaddon needs a win, so they brought Aldrad back. Anyway, so there is that. So we've had this massive amount of Tyranid models. Now, does that mean if Space Marines won, we would have got new Space Marine models, which actually brings up another set of issues. But yeah, so for Tyranids won, we got Tyranid models. And the thing that really caught my eye was that the Norn Emissary. Now, the Norn Emissary, we knew was coming. We knew this model was coming. But he actually kind of said it right at the start when he announced 10th edition that the Norn Emissary was going to be a model. And with the codexes coming pretty shortly, for those bought the index cards, well done, you wasted 10 quid. The codexes are going to supersede the index cards, just in case you're wondering. So, which means these models will be coming out with, the new codex. So, knowing we were going to get a Norn Emissary, they were going to have to show that pretty soon. And having this Battle of Oghram, or whatever it's called, to, bring it out and have Tyranids win, just so we can show off new models, actually isn't anything too far-fetched for it to be true. And this is just, like I said, this is just me thinking that they suddenly had they had all these Tyranid models ready to be shown off, and they did this battle thing, and it was Tyranids 1, and they show off all the Tyranids, and they didn't show off any Space Marines, because if you really wanted to know why I don't think they showed off Space Marines, because over the last 4 editions, we've had nothing but Space Marines. So many Space Marines over the last 4 editions, and I am not joking about this. We had the Primaris in 7th edition, where at the end, we've had the Black Templars, we've complete, the Black Templars. We've had more and more Primaris as well throughout the last 4 editions, from 7th, 8th, 9th, and now 10th. We've got the new Terminators, which we knew was coming. Well, and of course, that's not counting Chaos and Horus Heresy. Let's have a look. You've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Around 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm going to stop counting there, but it's a lot, okay? A lot of Space Marines have been released in. I haven't even stopped counting. Like, honestly, it goes on and on and on. Out of the 90, I would say about half of them were brand new in the last 4 editions. So we've had 10 new, on average, about 10 new units and an edition of Space Marines for the last 4. So if they were to release brand new Space Marine models, it's kind of hard which ones are they going to be bringing out. I mean, they can't show off the Terminators, we've got them. They can't show off Stern Guard, we've seen them. Stern Guard are going to be on their own now, obviously. So what was it going to be? Is it going to be some more models? Something? And I think that's the other thing. Like, if it was going to be Space Marines, what were they going to show off? They couldn't really show off that much because, well, they can't honestly be that much more to show off when it comes to Space Marines. Unless they're just going to go, oh look, we've got these new Space Marines and they've just got this weapon, which is something I'm seeing quite common with Space Marines at the moment, is that they just don't have the versatility and, you know, diversity of box that they used to have. You have if you buy a squad, you're going to buy them with a single weapon, you know, such as the Blade Guard, which is sword and shield, or the, let me think, the Eradicators with the heavy melter guns. You know, we're not getting things like the old Tactical Squad, which had bolt guns, or the old Stern Guard Squad, which is one of the best squads, which had all the weapons. And that's something we're not seeing at the moment. We're seeing Space Marines with a single weapon option, i.e. the Hell Blasters or Plasma Guns. What are they going to do? Going to give us a new one with all Stormbolters? We've got one with all Flamers. So what was going to be the next turn? What was going to be the next thing that Games Workshop were going to show? I don't think there was much they could show to do with Space Marines, so they needed to show off the new Tyranids, and they needed an excuse to do it. Because they couldn't really go, oh, Battle of Oghram, do you want to win by the losers? I think that would just been a really bad decision if they said that. Like, if Tyranids lost, they would have ended up showing more Space Marines, and we've already, again, this year we've had a lot of Space Marines just for Horus Heresy, and we're going to get a lot more. We've got the new Vindicator tank, which is going to be both Horus Heresy and, you know, 40k, and it looks a lot better than the 40k tank. So they needed to show off something which wasn't Space Marines, and they needed to reason why. And I reckon they said that this is entirely opinion that they said the Tyranids won because it gave them an excuse for people to say, look, you can buy the winners. Look at them, they're so strong they beat Space Marines. Yeah. So yeah, I honestly think the result, because there's no way to prove it. There is no way to prove that whichever way. Games Workshop knows the true result, alright? And if they say, you know, Tyranids won, alright, Tyranids won, but something doesn't smell right to me. Not just because, you know, Chaos Space, because Tyranids beat Space Marines, and that I've seen Space Marines literally walk over Tyranids over 10th edition so far. But they didn't want to show off more Space Marines because they have not that much more to show off. I mean, what are they going to show off? We've got a new Apothecary, the Biologist, which doesn't even do apothecary stuff anymore. It doesn't recover wounds at all, so you don't have that anymore. Yeah, we got the new Librarian. Are we going to see a normal powered armor Space Marine Librarian, no longer Primaris, but in, you know, Stern Guard armor? Are we going to get a proper? We probably will do. Proper Space Marine Command Squad rather than just a Stern Guard squad, but no in space. And that's another thing. We're getting a new Mark armor as well for Horus Heresy coming. So there's that. There's more Space Marines coming. We've got the new Dreadnought coming as well. I know it's Horus Heresy, but it does seem we're going to get. We had to show something that wasn't Space Marines because we're going to be seeing a lot of Space Marines in this edition as well. We've seen so many Space Marines in 7th, 8th, 9th, now 10th. But they needed to show something that wasn't Space Marines, and they just used the Battle of Oghram as an excuse to say Tyranids won, and that's that. And this again, all my opinion, this is what I think. I'm saying that a lot for legal reasons, and that's it. That's what I think. I think they did this because they wanted Space Marines. They wanted to show off Tyranids, and they wanted people to think that they were winners, because that seems to be best selling at the moment. It's the winning ones, the ones that are winning tournaments, ones that are winning battles. You know, they actually have a meta watch. Honestly, I think meta is completely pointless because it changes so quickly, and the codex is going to change everything as well. So yeah, that's my opinion. I just think because we're going to see more Space Marines, that they needed to show something that wasn't Space Marines just before just before the codexes drop, you know. And that's it, because again, we're going to see more Space Marines. We've seen them with the Horus Heresy Epic as well. We've seen that's going to be mostly Space Marines too. So much Space Marines are coming out, they needed to show something that wasn't. So they said Tyranids won, and they had to show it as a close win too. And that's something else. If they ever show things as a close win, anyone do this. Like, if you ever see something that's a close, and it seems a bit fishy, it's they made it a close win, so it's just like, oh, they just chipped it in. You have your rights to think about others, but they just chipped in. They just got the win. Honestly, that's my opinion. What do you think? Do you think it was a rigged result? Do you think that Space Marines did actually win, but GW wanted to show off Tyranids? Comments down below as always. I'd like to hear what you say. And I'll speak to you all again soon. Wayland Games, link down below as always. And as is Forbidden Planet, my comics, my literature, my merchandise, and my Patreon, if you wish to support me there too. But as always, please treat yourself to something nice first before you just give me money. And I'll see you all in the next one.